offline. I'm going to keep refreshing. Just keep. Oh my gosh, I have a friend whose birthday. I just ruined the surprise. We are.
We'll run the intro. Yo, people. We're back. It's the delay. We're up, we're down, we're up, we're down. TJ
Now it says offline.
It's the delay. We're back up, I think. I'm running the intro now. Like we're sending SOS.
I freaking love her. Like it's an obsession, really, at this point. I really do love her. Oh, it's live and she can hear me. Woo.
OMG. I mean, come on. Welcome to Ladies of the Roundtable Lort Live episode what the fuck ever. You guys know how we roll. Sorry about the Morse code, SOS, whatever's going on with Twitch. We don't like it, Twitch. Get your shit together. Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
Come on.
As the title says, 2 girls, 1 show. What could you ask for? It's Holly.
Hi.
And Shavasta. I mean, come on. That's all you need, right? That's all you need. Welcome to you regulars, you Lort legends. Throw up your phoenix. I want to see them. Hello, hello. Let's see those. Flip me the bird. Like I said last week, you guys. I really quite enjoy it. Flip me the bird.
It was going to be such a delay, though, for them to put their phoenixes up. I just realized that. We'll see the phoenix a minute from now.
No, I will see the phoenix in real time, but you won't know. I mean, seriously, you guys, we are talking, and you're gonna see what we're saying probably a good minute later. So sorry about the delay. It's really long. I don't know what's going on. We're still playing the intro right now.
Yeah,
it's crazy. So we're gonna continue the show like you're really actually paying attention to us. At this 9:42, which it was 6:42 PST. Yeah, it's over a minute. It's crap ass. But by the way, Holly, welcome back. I know you were gone last week. We saw all of the amazing pictures on your Snapchat, your Instagram, your Facebook. Girl, you're so photogenic. It makes me want to puke.
Oh, thanks, Shriv.
So tell me what you were doing. What were you doing? Bachelor party? Bachelorette party? Something like that? Somebody got married?
Yes, it's one of my good friends who's in my sorority. It was her bachelorette party, and it was interesting being the only sober one on the party bus. But it was still fun, as you guys could have seen from Snapchat. I was still having a good time and partying with everyone, just doing it sober.
That's right, you were the designated driver.
Well, me and the bus driver.
In the bus, yeah.
It was just us. We were the only ones.
Hey, Jack, welcome. Welcome to the show. Sorry about beating the microphone up. My bad. I gotta get used to this thing being right here. New mic. So was there any, like, mishaps? Picking anybody up off the floor? Anybody losing anything? I mean, it's a bachelorette party. I gotta live vicariously through you.
Well, this is something that really happened. That was a true story, but it was.
Story.
I thought it was alcohol. So my friend came up to me and said, "I have something to tell you." And I said, "Okay." And she said, "I got a boob job." And I thought she was drunk, but it's a true story.
Oh snap!
So so that happened, and so that was like shocking for me. And then the other thing that I thought was cute was she wanted it like classy. She didn't want any of like the penis necklaces or anything like that.
Right.
But they had a thing of sausage like out at the appetizers and 2 things of cheese and then here and the sausage there.
Right. Use
so
your
it was
own
cute.
imagination, you guys. Use your own imagination.
It was cute. It was like a little ode to like, but still classy, which I thought was cute.
So, if I'm not mistaken, you were saying before we got started, I know you guys could hear everything we were saying. There's an announcement we want to make? Something going on?
Yay! My very good friend, Brayden, who's in chat as Footy Life. It is his birthday.
Happy
so
birthday.
we are going to sing to him, and you guys can sing along.
Ooh, Holly's going to sing. That's what's going to happen.
We, as in me in chat.
Okay, you in chat. Do
Drop
the
your body.
thing, yo.
Okay, so you guys can sing with me. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you.
Dun, 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 dun.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha-cha-cha-cha.
Happy birthday, dear Brayden.
This is
Happy
amazing, you guys.
birthday to you.
Aw, happy birthday, man. Happy birthday. I know you're like 12, right? No. How old? How old? 21? Happy birthday. Congratulations.
He's young.
You know, and Holly doesn't do that for everybody. So, FYI.
You're special.
Special. There's a song goes with that. So for those of you who have not been in the stream before or come to see our show, usually there's 4 of us, but today there's only 2. It's special, right? Special day. This doesn't happen all the time. Holly and I, we are here every Friday, Lord Live, Ladies of the Round Table, 4 women, 4 very different women, not in the same house. It's not like an MTV show, not a stream house, and very different opinions. Talking about geeky gaming stuff, right? So speaking of geeky gaming stuff, we want to give a shout out to DJ Sai for throwing down those tunes for us again this week.
So good, so epic.
Amazing. And for those of you who made a request, we appreciate you. Thank you so much for making those requests. Remember, you can always do that every week right here. Same bad channel, same bad time. Requests can be made 30 minutes before pre-show. And our music is brought to you by you guys.
Ooh.
Play the music.
That's special. And make sure you guys go check out her Twitch as well.
Yep.
Some of you guys are new to Twitch or don't know what to do. You just click on her name and then click on the little name above it, name link, and it goes right to her channel. Make sure you guys shoot her a follow. She has some great content. I absolutely love watching her stream, and I say that about like 4 people. So.
Don't forget, you can follow her on the Tweeter as well. DJ
Yes.
Sideway, right there in the Tweeter. And also, you can catch her on her radio show on Radio Free Gaia. I occasionally will listen while I'm at work. It is work safe, so if you want to listen to a radio show and have that sexy voice in your ear and all your coworkers looking around like, what are you giggling about? Oh, wait, that's me. You can do that too. So we got some topics to talk about this week. Particularly something kind of controversial. We always have something controversial going on here. If you thought differently, you're at the wrong table, right? This is the different table. This is the cool kids table. So Holly, I want to talk about this Tyler 1 kid, right? League of Legends, very toxic streamer, toxic in the word, in the sense of negative. They got banned, perma-banned, let's just be clear about that, from League of Legends, and perma-banned, ouch, right? Which means, for those of you who are not gamers, and those of you who maybe don't play League of Legends, or you're a casual gamer and you're not sure where that term came from, Holly, can you please give the definition of perma-ban, please?
Permaban means you are never, ever, 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 times infinity blackout, going to stream again. It's done. Your channel is completely...
Well, now, from League of Legends, specifically.
Oh, from League. I know nothing about that. Why? Because I don't like League of Legends.
So I'll give you the definition from permaban from League of Legends. Specifically coming from Riot themselves. They gave some instant feedback on the permaban, saying we do not condone unsportsmanlike players in League, and some people go out of their way to continue ruining games in the community because of Tyler 1's well-documented history of verbal abuse, intentional feeding, and account sharing, purchasing, in-game, botting, and unsportsmanlike harassment of players. He will not be able to have, he being Tyler 1, a League of Legends account indefinitely. Any accounts used by him will be banned immediately upon identification, meaning his IP is now banned from League of Legends. So I guess unless he moves, you just don't get any. Unless you get a new PC and you move, you just don't get to play. So permaban means the developer themselves, have figured out a way to remove you from their system. It doesn't matter how many accounts you make. It doesn't matter how many times you change your name. You're gone. So, why did the dude get banned? Well, Holly, did you follow the story?
I actually thought I knew who Tyler was, and then I realized that another League streamer was recently banned, called Growth Score, and so I was thinking Growth Score was Tyler, and then I realized Growth Score is not Tyler. They are two separate people with two separate bands and two separate band stories. So I just hopped on this bandwagon. Get it? Bandwagon? Okay. That's so funny. Okay. So I just kind of hopped on this and was kind of checking this out. But it's very interesting. I think the most interesting thing about all of it is his reaction to everything. And I wonder if his reaction is...
There's the video to his reaction.
him or kind of showy and him or
I think it's just him because he's very young.
Do you think it is?
I watched the video.
That's true.
I've watched other videos, because we got to do our due diligence. We need to make sure we review the story, look at all the angles, try to get a different perspective because it's can be opinionated, but we want to keep our journalistic integrity. So I did the research, and if you look at his YouTube channel and look at his past VODs, this kid is just a kid, I'm going to say not just a kid. He's a maybe 20, maybe not even that, 17, something like that. Kid who is adoring all this attention right now, is lavishing hundreds of follows and views, 300-400, maybe 600 tops on his Twitch channel now. Before he was a mediocre nobody. And now all of a sudden he's like my bros and my crew and all this kind of conversation. Specifically, he made a video in regards to being permabanned, talking to his crew and saying that how does he feel about that? I saw it coming, dude. That's quote unquote. And you can watch the video. He's surprised that he didn't get banned before. He feels like because he can't bypass the IP issue and get around it, he wants to coach now and tell people how much they suck because he's so good at League. He feels that he can coach you and tell you how bad you are and stream that on Twitch. He admits that he has been a very toxic streamer to the community and player for over 5 years. And if we knew half of what he's done, boy, oh boy, we would not be following him or having anything to do with his videos by his own admission. He is asking Twitch to approve his sub button, and he has jumped to an average of 8K follows on Twitch due to his boost on Riot and Reddit and the Riot forums and Twitter of just spamming this negativity. But he thinks Twitch should give him his button. He should get a sub button because of the views. I, in my humble opinion, feel like Twitch should set an example and tell him where you can take that sub button. And don't reward bad behavior. Because I feel like if he gets this button, this is going to set an example for everyone else on Twitch who has this kind of personality that they can just do whatever they want because it feeds the beast of troll behavior on Twitch. Guys, you guys in chat, have this conversation with us. I'm going to throw up a hashtag here in a second. The other thing I want to say before I end my little spiel about this is there are some people who have posted comments saying, why does Tyler get banned when you still have people like CaseyTron and Nicktron playing the same type of game and having the same type of harassment attitude and or worse, and they don't get banned. So you guys form your own opinion, type it in chat, let us know how you feel. I'm going to throw it over to Holly to get her opinion. I know Tyler won, and League of Legends is not your, favorite game, but I'm sure you have a lot to say about this a-hole that we won't be watching.
Well, I have a lot to say when it comes to Twitch and sub buttons. For those of you that don't know my history, I was a streamer back when Twitch had just like went over from Justin TV. So streaming was like a kind of a new thing. It's not like what it is now. And I was averaging like 250 viewers a stream. I streamed for 6 months and I had over 15,000 followers. And at the time, to get a sub button, you had to have 550 viewers constant
consecutive,
minimum. And so I would apply because I would be the top streamer for WoW, and I was the top streamer for Counter-Strike, and I was the top streamer for all these things. But they're like, no, we need an average 500. And I'm like, okay, whatever. I was making like $3,000 a month just off of donations. So I was like, okay, well, sub button, whatever. Then I deleted my stream. Mainly because of the way that the direction Twitch was going as a whole, which is some of the things you mentioned. And now that I've come back, it's totally different. It's a completely different ballgame. With that said, I think they are going to give him a sub button, and I don't think they care. And I think there's a problem with that. I don't think that that's right, but I think that that's just how it is. I do know, though, what I do think is they are pretty strict when it comes to their policies. Grosscore, who I mentioned earlier, he received 2 harassment warnings, and then on the 3rd harassment, he was banned. The first harassment warning was he called a girl a bad name. The second one was he showed a guy's email address on stream and told everyone to go like bug this guy. And then the third one was he accused a matchcaster at Riot of pedophilia. And then he was banned. So he made like a whole video, like my life is ruined and blah, blah, blah. But here's the thing, like he knew the rules. Twitch lays out their guidelines, and he wasn't following them. But with this coincided was Legendary Leah and that whole situation.
Right.
So
let me just, for those who don't know what's going on with Legendary Leah, just give them a little taste, because that's an interesting perspective to bring into this whole Twitch rules conversation.
Yeah, so Legendary Leah, she oftentimes streams drunk, and that's like something that's pretty common on her stream, so it's not like a one-off or whatever. But she was streaming and was clearly intoxicated. Got up out of her chair and kind of like got up like this, and in doing so showed her vagina unintentionally on stream.
Because she fell over.
And I watched it because I was like, no. And it's like
you're like,
very
what?
Clear as day, very obvious. And this is, remind you, coincided with Grosscore's ban. So Grosscore was a huge streamer. So the thing that upset me about it, I don't know her, I've never talked to her or anything like that, but she like publicly said on her Twitter that that is not fact, that it was her thigh, and she's a blatant liar. She should have just said that was an accident.
Too. If it was, I was drunk and I don't remember what happened.
Should have just said it was an accident. I'm so sorry for my behavior. I would have never, because she's not that type of a streamer to do that. So that's the one thing, like, I want to say up front. She's not that type of female streamer.
I'd have been embarrassed and been like, it was my thigh. Yep. Mm-hmm. Sure.
Well, best part is she got a 30-day ban.
That's it.
30 days.
That's it.
Wow. 30 days. So, and here's the thing about it. I feel like it's not so much the vagina. I feel like it's more her conduct.
Right, right. The vagina just added. Well,
yeah.
Well,
if she can't have a stream where she's able to function and run her stream and be able to follow Twitch's policies, then she shouldn't be a streamer on Twitch.
I agree. I mean, there have been some people who've gotten banned on Twitch for way less than Vag Flash. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. I would agree with that. But
she definitely didn't do it on purpose, and I feel bad for her for sure. And I don't even know the girl. I don't follow her stream, but I know for a fact she is not that type of streamer. I can think of 10 other girls that are that type of streamer, and she's not one of them. So you know, I think that really sucks. Like, for all the people for it to happen to, like, couldn't have Casey Tron shown her vagina? Like, I would have been very on board for that. Like, on
Oh man,
board.
you're like,
On
well,
board.
damn it.
Yeah.
One day it will come. One day it will happen, and then, like I said, we will be like, well, we told you. Casey,
Tell us
if
so.
you're listening to the sound of our voice and you happen to see this show, or you know we called you out, we're still asking you to come sit down at the table. Still open invite. I don't see you, girl.
Gosh, I would love to have her on the
Um,
table.
there are so many cam girls, not enough time, right? And then we have what we call cam boys, because I think that's what Tyler is, in my opinion, is considered.
Yeah.
He's just the same. He's just as bad. Just because he's not flash and vag and not have boobs out, doesn't mean you're not as toxic to the community. And I give Riot some props for shutting this down. The way they did, I think, yeah, they should have done it a lot sooner, because everybody knew in the community, and pro league players knew how bad it was. They didn't want to play with him. They didn't want, they're like, what the hell? So, I don't know. It's one of those things. We all know League of Legends community has a reputation, right? This is one of the reasons why I will not go into a league game, because I will go to jail or be on somebody's voice over IP cussing some kids out and acting a fool, because it is so toxic. But for those of you who love the game and play the game, to each his own. But I really think there is some responsibility to the developers and to the studio and to the community managers to, at some point, lay the hammer down and say, okay, certain behaviors are not okay. They're just not. Or this is just going to be like a monger that, the community's going to eat itself. I don't know. I just think we could do a lot better. I mean, we're always sitting here every week talking about something or other that we could do a lot better. We need a t-shirt for that, right?
When I feel like, I just want to take this time, because I feel like it's perfect timing, to just do a shout out to our stream team, because we really have so many quality people on our stream team that are not only great people, but they're providing great content. They're great gamers. And the reason this is so important is because, in my opinion, it's not the majority of Twitch. And so we just have stand-up people on our Twitch team. So for those of you that are watching on our Twitch team, we thank you so much for all of your hard work, your dedication, your passion, not only for gaming, for your community, but also for the charity. We need more people like this on Twitch. And that's why we're so passionate about our stream teams, because this is what, like, you have such a profound impact on people when you don't even necessarily think that you do. People look forward to seeing you, even if it's two people. They're looking forward to seeing you and watching you and chatting with you, and that's a big deal for people. So just keep doing your thing, and thank you.
Yeah, guys, we want to congratulate everyone on the team for their contribution and their volunteer hours, because everyone on our stream team is volunteering their time to our charity and to our commitment to the community to be positive. Everyone that is community member to Lord Nation, we also appreciate you, whether you're streaming or not. Just hanging out with us, hanging out with your fellow Nation members, and being a positive influence in the community, and having a good time, and lifting each other's spirits when they're down. Keeping tabs on everyone to make sure that some people that maybe have a little bit of issues with depression or anxiety, that they're okay. I mean, you guys make me proud when you know that someone is having a shit day and you say hello, or you just are checking on them. It's pretty awesome. So much appreciated, and good on you guys for being in there and checking you out in the Discord. And Discord link is in there. If you're new to the channel, our Discord is open to everyone. We are Geeks for Equality, meaning gaming is equal for everyone. We are a judgment-free zone. So jump in, hang out, have a good time, whether our streaming is up or down. It's open to you, and there's voice channels in there. You should choose to use the voice channel. It's not a requirement. Look at that. Hector, man! Welcome. I want to give some shout-outs to some people in chat.
Yes.
Specifically some of our Lord Legends that are in here, so there would be Utterly Random if he's still in here. Toxic Tiff in the house. She has no voice, but she's over there on the ones and the twos modding. So Tiff, thank you for being in here. DJ Sai is still in here. It's part of our stream team. If you want to throw up a caster for DJ Sai, if you know how, Holly. If not, I'll do it in a second here. Mao, long time Lord. I won't call you Lord Legend because you're not subbing, but you're a Lord Loyalist, if you will. And then also Jart, the voice man's in here, stream team member. You get a caster for you as well. And Holly's mom is in here.
Yeah.
Holly's mommy's here.
Yay.
Yay, Holly's mommy.
My mom's awesome.
And 2 months till you start streaming. Congrats, man. Maybe you'll make the team. Maybe you'll make the cut. And part of our graphic family in Lord Nation. Thank you for volunteering your time and all your help. Wow. Let's get to Holly's topic.
Ooh, yay. Okay, so of course, I am going to be talking about Counter-Strike.
Of course. What
it's
else?
my life. So, yeah. So I don't know if you guys heard about this, but a CSGO player decided to take cheating matters into his own hands.
A CSGO player.
Yes. So what I want to first do is, for those of you that don't play Counter-Strike, know nothing about Counter-Strike, or play but you haven't played long, I'm going to kind of give you a brief history of Counter-Strike and cheaters.
That's what happens in that game.
Counter-Strike came out in 1999, and that was that was beta. And then after that was 1.3, 1.5, 1.6, Source, and Counter-Strike Go. So I started playing at 1.6, which was in 2002. 1.6 had just come out, and cheating was prevalent, but it wasn't as heavily prevalent, and it was harder to catch.
What was?
It was harder to cheating. The reason it was
Oh.
the reason it was harder to catch was because 1.6 you could shoot through almost every wall, every box, every item.
So there was like that glitchy stuff.
Yeah, so it was hard to tell if the person was cheating or just pre-firing through walls. Whereas in Counter-Strike Go, there isn't really many walls. There's no walls you can shoot through, and there's only a few boxes you can shoot through. So I think cheaters were harder to find, but also cheating was there was a different tone to it. So I played professionally in 1.6, and my husband was on top competitive teams as well, and cheating was something we did like after matches for fun. And that was kind of like a thing. It's not a thing anymore.
What?
Yeah. So
Wait,
pros
stop
the time.
Stop the presses. Say that sentence again. You and your husband what?
Not just my husband and I, but pretty much everyone would cheat for fun.
Cheat. No, define how. What would be cheating back
then? Wall hacking.
All right.
Okay. You can see people through walls as well as aimbotting.
So taking advantage of the glitches in the game. Okay, I got you. Now I'm with you.
And that was like a fun thing. Everyone kind of did it. Sometimes people had different accounts to do it on, but back then, it wasn't like people now where they had 1 million accounts. It wasn't like that.
Okay.
So that was kind of how it was. Now Source came around, and Source was less wall banging, and it started to get a little bit easier to kind of weed out the cheaters. And then Go came around, and it's a lot easier to tell when someone is cheating in Counter-Strike Go. It can still be difficult, but it's a lot easier. Something else to know about Go is Valve has a system called Overwatch, and the Overwatch system was created to help ban cheaters. So what happens is once you've played and won a certain amount of matches, you can then be an Overwatcher. So when I log on, it'll say you have one Overwatch pending. So then I get to watch 10 minutes of a match, and all the names are different names, so they're all anonymous, and then the person you're watching is called the suspect. So you're watching them, and at the end you vote if you think they're cheating, and if enough people that watch it vote, your account will be banned. So let me just share. I think this is a good idea for Valve's point. But here's what happens. In order to be voted to even be looked at by Overwatch, you have to have a certain amount of people on both teams vote that player as cheating during the match. So if I only vote that the suspect is cheating, they're not going to get sent into the Overwatch system because it's not enough people. So it doesn't catch a lot of people, and oftentimes the system can be wrong. So Chris actually got Overwatch banned and was not cheating. And lost his account. So
how the hell? That's interesting.
This happens frequently.
So there's a glitch in that that what you thought was
Well,
a
the
fair
problem
system.
is, I mean, Chris and I have been playing for over 10 years. Most people playing Counter-Strike Go have not been playing over 10 years. So Chris is a really, really good player. And when you watch him play, he doesn't play like the normal Counter-Strike Go player because we're not Counter-Strike Go players. We grew up playing Counter-Strike. So
Right.
he plays a little bit differently, and he's really, really good, and his aim is really amazing. So for someone that might not know the game as well, they could totally see that and be like, he's cheating because he's good. But so Overwatch isn't the best system. So that's just kind of a brief history for you guys before I go into this. There's some of you saying you don't know anything about Counter-Strike, so I'm happy that I gave some background. So cheating in Counter-Strike Go is a huge problem. And as I stated, it's something that Overwatch and Valve are not really able to completely figure out or fix. So just last week, Valve's elimination of a popular Team Fortress 2 cheat. So there's this TF2 cheat that was out. Valve eliminated it. It took out 170 professional TF2 players.
Ooh-wee.
170 professional TF2 players.
Not semi, not just, you think you're good, but pro players.
And last year, it gave out over 1 million bans to suspected accounts, and CSGO most likely represents a significant amount of that because it's one of the top games on Steam. So we can just assume that it's, of those 20 million exceeding bans, Counter-Strike Go is a large portion of them. So earlier this year, a player named Android L was inspired to kind of take this into his own hands. So in late January of this year, he decided to create a cheat. So he created a hack, put it out on a popular cheat forum, and unbeknownst to the downloaders, the programs were literally time bombs. So they would function normally for a set period of time, and then it would start skewing the user's view angle to a tilt, and they'd be constantly bunny hopping around the entire map. So all of these things,
fucking up your game, man.
Anybody can see that, watch that, and be like, they're cheating. Like on Overwatch, anybody would be like, that person's blatantly cheating. So although the first few hack releases earns kind of modest attention, roughly 1,000 downloads, according to Reddit, members of the CSGO community could already participate in culling the cheater population through Overwatch, which we talked about earlier. But his accomplishments alone show how only for one person, if you tinker with this in a certain way, it helps significantly just from a little thing. So now we all are thinking, okay, but a cheater's just going to cheat, get banned, and create a new account. Because, it's $15 for Counter-Strike, $15, so it's cheap. But his perspective, which I think is really cool, is this is what he said: the self-demise of those who sought easy access to a hack was worth it. And I totally agree with him. He thought, let's do this. I'm going to do it. I'm going to take matters into my own hands. And now he's talking about doing this again, taking his same, similar tactics, and try and do something cooperating with Valve. If I were Valve,
that's exactly what I was going to say. That's exactly what I was going to say.
On that.
If I was that kid or young man, I would be like, Valve, this is how good I am. Hire me. Hire me. I'm going to show you where the exploits are in your game, where the where people like me who have criminal minded have the ability to exploit your game. Why not put me on the side of good and use my powers for good, not evil? I mean, I would if it was me. It's very interesting how these things happen, or where to see where this goes, right? This story is fairly new, correct? This is maybe a week or so old. Do we have this Android L's Twitter or any of his social media to follow so we can keep tabs on this story?
I did not see any through the articles I read. That might be on purpose, but we might be able to find him still. There's people that have been using the hashtag I think on people, it's on Reddit still.
Yeah.
So
It's gonna
this
be.
is the, let me link you guys to the Reddit.
Yeah. Throw up the link.
And he talks about what he did and how he got over 3,000 hackers backbanned.
So guys, don't forget, if you want to get in this conversation and join us in chat, throw up the hashtag to TOO to give us your opinion, give us your side of the story. What do you think about CSGO and these types of hacks, or in any game in general? I'm sure that you've played numerous amounts of games and you've seen these types of things inside your game. Does it hinder your play? Do you give a shit? Or are you for these types of things because, hey, it's code and I should be able to do what I want? When we're talking about this game, these types of hacks, and we're saying Overwatch, we don't want you to be confused with Blizzard's new game, guys. That's not what we're talking about.
So and just Blizzard made the game after Overwatch had already been out for the last 4 years. So let's just throw that out there.
If you're coming in hot and you're coming in new to the channel, we're talking about CSGO. I want to know just how many of you in the channel play CSGO, or currently play CSGO, or have played over the last couple of years. So if you are a CSGO player or loyalist, throw up a 1 in the channel. I'm just curious. If you like it, if you love it, throw it up. Show me you do. I know Holly does.
Yeah, and we're probably gonna see them late, but hello Trish, welcome to the stream. Make sure you guys try it out if you haven't. It's $14. Counter-Strike at this point, guys, it's legend. It's a legendary game. It's gonna be, we're seeing crazy things as tournaments. Just had the first $1 million tournament, and now we have E-League.
When is it debuting on TNT?
Next Friday.
Please keep me posted because I'll forget all about it. Next Friday, as in the same time we're live?
I probably not because it's my time.
Oh my god!
Let me look at what
you
time.
Need to check it because we could be simulcasting and calling. We could be talking about that while it's on. I have CS:GO and it's not pretty. I have to play with Holly or someone else so they can carry me, or I can just be a meat shield because it's really bad. By the way, one of the sub perks for this channel is to be able to play CS:GO with Holly or Set.
Bring it.
If you are subbing to this channel or you have not subbed and you need a reason to, not only are you donating to charity, 100% of your sub goes to our charity, but also sub perks, you get to play with Holly. So if you want to get shot in the face, or would you like to be on our team and survive, sub to the channel and you can get that privilege as well.
I lied.
You lied?
Okay. Yeah, I got too hyphy. It's May 27th. Too hyphy.
So we got a little bit of time.
Yeah, we're getting there, and it's very exciting. And if you guys want to know more about E-League, let me throw that up for you guys too. 24 Counter-Strike teams are going to be competing over a 6-week period. It's over $1 million right now.
I'll be watching
on television. This is big, guys. Counter-Strike is a legendary game. Play it if you don't have it.
One of the things that I'm excited about for E-League, and we'll make that a new segue into this conversation, is I want to be able to go to my local watering hole and tell them to turn the channel and put E-League on, and then sit and watch and see how many people in the room, because I'm a people watcher, are really gamers, right? Because you don't know who's a gamer in your area. You go to your local watering hole and put that E-League on, you're going to see some people turn their heads and they're going to be paying attention, and then that's going to be my cue to know that I can have a conversation with this other geek and not feel so excluded. And or will this local watering hole then make this a night, right? Can I have an E-League night? I will talk to them and I will try to get them, because they're right up the street from me. Be like, dude, come on. We could do so much with this E-League. Come on. We got like 17 TVs around here, all this beer and all this liquor. I want to get hyped just like my husband is about the Cavs tonight, on the playoffs, about my E-League. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to be interesting to see how society takes esports on Full Tilt Media outside of your home. That's going to be weird, right? Weird. Well, at least weird for me on the East Coast. I don't know about you West Coasters over there. You already got some stuff going on. But East Coast, we're all like, what the hell?
What the hell?
What the hell? And all the dollar bills that are going to be coming from these commercials and endorsements. All these players.
It's just going to get bigger and bigger, really.
I think so.
I mean, I see it just exploding. And even if you guys don't, like, even if you play it or try it, you suck at it, you don't want to play it, I think it's going to be, it's not a thing. It is going, this is history for esports, for us in America. So it's a really big thing to pay attention to and check out, because this is the future for esports, not just for Counter-Strike.
Mainstream media.
You know, your games that you love, this is big stuff.
So what about the, remember we talked about when we first started talking about this league, there's the ability for non-pro players to come in and actually rank and play, right? So this is going to be exciting as well.
Yeah, and they're going to be doing it in ways where like random teams are getting to come in and compete. They've also, like, just to kind of throw out there about the teams, there's, you know, the top teams in the world are part of it, but there's also some tier 2, tier 3 teams as well that are part of it too, which I think is cool. It's not just like, hey, let's pick the 6 best teams in the world. They have 24 teams, and there's definitely not 24 freaking amazing Counter-Strike Go teams. So they have a really good spread of, you know, tier 1 teams, tier 2 teams, and tier 3 teams, which I think is also going to make for a really good tournament. And Richard Lewis, our friend Richard Lewis, is one of the casters
Nice.
for E-League. So it's so exciting to see him. And actually, the night he was on here was when he found out. So
Right.
it's kind of cool.
And it's going to be awesome to see him in his element,
Oh my gosh,
in
he's
his
going to do so
prime.
good.
So I want to segue into what are we playing, because we were talking about games, and of course, Holly, you are playing some CS:GO, right? Oh, bye, Holly's mommy. She
Bye, Mom, I love
bye,
you.
Mom. Thanks for stopping
I
out.
actually have not played Counter-Strike in a long time.
Division's eating your life.
I actually am playing some Warcraft vanilla. So,
Really?
and people have been loving it on my stream. Like, it's like people are, because it was like Counter-Strike Go is getting all the votes,
Yeah.
but now it's like Warcraft, and people
Huh.
are like wanting to see me play, which is ironic because I blow at it because I don't know what I'm doing. So I don't know if they just like seeing me not succeed in a game. I'm not sure what the
Interesting.
I'm
I
not
might
sure
have
what the psychology is behind it, but
I was main tank on our server, main tank a huge guild on our server when I played Vanilla WoW, and then my husband and I, since we cannot play a MMO together without major competition, he decided he wanted to tank, so I did main heals. So I can do either or, but I really enjoyed Vanilla. I mean, I enjoyed the hell out of that. And then, you know, I played for a while. They did some expansions. When they brought those pandas out, I was gone. Rip, Shrivs out the door, ghost. Didn't see me no more. And I got begged to come back because we were a progression guild, but I couldn't do it. I just couldn't do it. It was crap, and never went back since. Even though they brought the little pokey collectible pet fighting shit in there, I couldn't do it. But Vanilla WoW. So what class are you playing?
right now I am playing is class the is
So
class
race and class are two different things. So race is first. So what are you?
Oh, okay.
Okay. Or what
So
faction are you on? Are you
I'm in
Horde or Alliance?
I think Horde.
Horde is red.
Is it Horde?
Alliance is blue.
I'm undead,
Undead.
and
okay.
I'm a warlock.
So you're Horde. And
thought
you're
so. I
Warlock.
wasn't
Okay.
sure.
All right. Undead Warlock. There you go. She's getting it. See how much she knows? That's about me saying, what am I playing in CSGO? I'm shooting stuff.
I'm shooting.
Yeah,
I'm
shooting
running
stuff.
around and shooting.
What level are you in WoW?
Well, I just would like to say that I'm playing vanilla, so I'm not leveling up extremely fast and getting a bunch of gold.
No, you shouldn't be gold farming. You should be experiencing the game.
We're playing original WoW here, so it takes a very long time to level. I think I'm like not late 9, almost 10.
MOP was
No,
better
Mal.
than Kata and Wrath? Okay, Mal. 10, that's not bad. You're just really getting into the game, aren't you? Whew, you are new to the game.
Can I respond to somebody in chat?
Sure, you sure can.
Okay, so Strandley is talking about esports and brings up a really interesting thing. Esports and thinking about people as athletes, like
Right,
athletes, but
athletes, we got you.
esports. And this is like a big thing that people are, it's big controversy.
Controversy as in the word is becoming negative, or controversy using it in general?
He said, quote, esports is a cringeworthy idea, in my opinion. And it's coming from a huge game fan. I can't reconcile something a morbidly obese guy can play from a sofa as a sport. So here's what I want to say about that. First off, being a professional gamer nowadays requires what being an athlete requires as far as time, moving away from your family, from your loved ones, going in a place with your team and working with your team, constant team practices. It is grueling on the body and on your mind. So I don't think you should really think about it in terms of weight. Like someone heavy could play. Well, I mean, someone heavy could play anything, really. But I will also want to say this is our future. Colleges have e-leagues, collegiate sports. This is a thing. High schools are now creating leagues and providing credit. So almost like if you were on a basketball team at high school, they're having this for gaming, and it gives you credit. Now, here's the positive thing about this. Back in my day, when you were a professional Counter-Strike player, a lot of them weren't going to school. They were just playing, and then they were
game, and then they got paid.
They were only making $30,000 a year because pro gaming back then was nothing like it is now.
$30,000 a year. You can still live off of that.
And they now most of them have they have no lives, they have no education. So the positive thing about these e-leagues as early as junior high, high school, college is that means that professional players are going to have the opportunity to not only be a professional gamer, but to also be getting their education. So we're probably going to see things soon about requirements. If you're this age, you need to be in this education. We're not there yet, but these are good things. And I think that the future of esports is going to be positive once we get these things in place. We're still very ground level at what's happening in esports. So, but players are getting visas, just as if a tennis player from Korea came. So it is being looked at as a sport. I mean, the X Games has had Call of Duty for like the last, 4 years?
Yeah.
3 or 4 years. So, I mean, I think 10 years from now, I don't think there's going to be a lot of people with that opinion because I think it's just going to be the norm. I don't think we're there yet, though. But I definitely
think it's going to take that long.
What you're saying.
In my opinion, I don't think it's going to take 10 years. I think that there has already been progression with esports, athletes and professional esports athletes, however you want to use it. I don't want to go back to the athletes because I don't know if that is going to be a term that is going to be politically correct for a lot of people. But for someone to be a pro, whether they weigh 300 pounds, 150 pounds, handicapped, not handicapped, one arm, 2 fingers, whatever, if they have the ability to rank and be considered a pro, who are we to judge on their physique, right?
Well, and that's like
they have the mental capacity to play that game and at that level of competition, because you have to remember, this is not something that is stress-free. This is not something that you don't have to practice and keep in your prime of whatever the game that you're playing, be able to have those abilities. Just because they're on the couch doesn't mean they're not good, doesn't mean they're not qualified, doesn't mean they can't compete. Now, if we're talking about running a marathon, that in itself is a whole different sport, and maybe they aren't qualified. But for this particular category, I'd say don't judge. Don't judge so harshly. Let them play and be who they are. You don't have to watch. You don't have to participate. You don't have to like it. But judging from afar, trying to get you the douchebag, label sometimes. So be careful. Be careful.
Well, and everyone has a different opinion of health.
Agreed.
So, like, that's something else I want to throw out there. I've been meat free for 7 years. In my opinion, you're not healthy if you eat meat. That's my opinion. So, for me to be like, well, anyone who says that they're a professional athlete and eats meat is a bullshitter. Like, I mean, so it's like, I feel like it's very subjective. You can't really completely, I mean, you can't look at somebody and judge their health based off of how they look. And I'm a firm believer in that. So to look at Cloud9 and be like, oh, well, Cloud9's a lot healthier than Na'Vi. Like, maybe Cloud9 is lifting. Oh, but Freakazoid's not on the team anymore. Oh, but I mean, they're thin. So they're like 17 years old. They eat like crap. That's why they're thin, because they're not men yet. I mean, Na'Vi, some of them are 25, 26 years old. And the other thing we need to keep in our mind is different cultures and different countries. Right. They're from Russia, Slovenia. They're not from here in America. So that's another thing, is how different cultures are, how different cultures eat, how different cultures live. So
in their society.
So I think gaming, we really cannot make that stereotype.
Especially over here in Western culture. If you are over in Japan or places like that, they're on a whole nother level when you talk about esports. We wouldn't be able to compete. You know what I mean? With their level of practice, focus, and training in comparison. So it's a whole different thing. Oh, hello to everyone in chat coming in. Thank you so much for joining us. If you slap that follow button, thank you again for hitting that follow button, and welcome. Lord Legends in the house. Throw up your phoenix. Flip me the bird. Want to see you in there. Get in the conversation. Hashtag 2. TOO is the hashtag join the conversation. So what has Shriv been playing? Well, Shriv has not had a lot of time to play anything, but you guys know the last time we had this conversation, I fell in love with Paragon. Paragon is a MOBA. And actually, it's in is it still in beta? It's still in beta. So you can buy the game and get your beta, just like everybody else, and you'll be in the beta. It's closed beta. It is, gosh, a third-person MOBA, kind of like Smite. They're doing these hybrids. And then Overwatch came out. Yeah, you guessed it. You know what happened. Overwatch beta is here, and I am so down. I've been playing since the weekend, and I really enjoy it. There's a lot of you that have played with me over the past couple of days. I appreciate you. And if you want to play again this weekend, I will be playing. I'm having such a good time playing with this community right now. The game is fresh. The game is new. The mechanics are great. There's quick matches. Unlike Paragon, which, again, I do love Paragon, the matches in Paragon are like 40 minutes. They're like league matches. You won't be there for a while, pack a lunch. You can get some quick matches in Overwatch, get in and get out, get your kill fix, and do your thing. The community is very positive right now and very open. No one's trolling. No one's telling you suck. They don't give a shit. Everybody's pretty helpful. There's a lot of GGs. For now, like anything else, in any other game that launches. So if you want to try it, this would be the perfect time to try.
I just downloaded it, guys.
You did Overwatch? I want to play with you. So I will definitely be streaming it again. I streamed a little this afternoon. I'm not sure for Team Bacon if we're going to play that this Sunday or not. We'll take some votes. But it's a really fun game. I pre-ordered. I also...
How much is the pre-order, Shriv?
There's two, obviously, like everything else, there's two packages. You can get the... look, Tiff is going to tell you what... I'm going to let Tiff tell you. She's in chat. Tiff, what's Overwatch for I guess...
Pre-order.
The classic and then the collectible. She'll tell you. Yeah, Battleborn, I have that as well. I don't see why it's compared so hard to Battleborn. Because it's a MOBA hybrid is why they're comparing it to Battleborn. Anything that's even remotely close to a MOBA hybrid nowadays is going to be compared to these two major AAA studios. Blizzard and Gearbox. They make great games. So they're going to say, is it like so-and-so? They're flashy. They have the media money to spend to promote. Those are only two games everybody sees right now. Hi-Rez is one of our sponsors who makes Smite. They put out Paladins. You don't hear anybody talking about Paladins. You hear everybody talking about Overwatch and the Battleborn. Paladin is a very good game. It's a great game. I enjoy that as well. It's a hybrid MOBA, but nope, nobody's talking about that game. It's in beta, open beta. Who else has Overwatch in chat? You guys have Overwatch? Let me know. Let me know. I want to play some more this evening. Holly and I, we have to get you with Pixie and Tiff because we need to play some of that Mount with Mount Your Friends. When you, I want to play it with you so bad to see your face. I really do. I cannot wait to play Mount Your Friends with you. It's going to be a rip roaring good time. You may want to tell your mother not to watch the stream that night.
You don't know my mom.
Well,
my mom's pretty hardcore.
I know your mom's hardcore, but I don't want her to see your face when you pass out of the chair.
That's true. That is true. That is true.
You get the bonus. You get the Winston skin. Yeah, I saw that. I saw that. I'm quite enjoying Overwatch. Holly, why do you think you're gonna want to play it? Just because Blizzard?
Well, I just had fans asking me to play it.
Okay. So you didn't really have any interest otherwise?
No, to be honest, I've watched a little bit of it. Steel, who was one of the Counter-Strike players that was VAC banned for life from trading skins that we've talked about.
Right.
He's decided to kind of try Overwatch, and he's trying to go pro and be really great. And a lot of top streamers that are Counter-Strike players believe that Overwatch is going to be the next big game in esports. So
I think
I've watched it. It kind of I haven't played it, and I feel like playing it gives you more of a feeling for what it is. But visually, it kind of reminds me of like UT mixed with like TF2-ish. So, and I like both of those games. I love UT. UT 2004 is probably one of my favorite games. So I'm interested to try it. I've had a bunch of people that are like that know me well and know my game style, my game preference, say that I'm gonna love it. So I'm interested to see how I do.
I think Tiff had a comment there, but I didn't. It went past me. I think it is going to be the next big thing in esports because if you watched any of the PAX East broadcasts on Twitch, they were pushing it hard. They were doing a lot of competitions and a lot of matches, and I think it's going to be interesting to see where that goes. Or is it going to die out like what just came on Nintendo? Nintendo's game that came out, and they were pushing it so hard, and they were going to still try to have competitions. Their multiplayer fighting game where you get to be each Nintendo character. What the hell is that game? I can't think of it right now.
Super Smash?
Super Smash, yeah. Super Smash was supposed to be this next big, huge thing in esports, and it just kind of went poof, poof, gone. It didn't take off like it was supposed to. So I don't know. Is this going to be a hit and miss? Because there's so many of these MOBAs, these hybrid MOBAs coming out.
I'm interested to see it too. There's been a lot of people that are like that I would consider their opinion pretty valid that think that this is going to be like the next thing. I find that I find that interesting, but I think it's easy to kind of speculate that. And then, another thing I think of, Star Wars Battlefront when it came out was like,
yeah,
all anyone could talk about was Star Wars Battlefront. I don't even hear about it anymore.
No.
So it'll be interesting to see for sure.
Mal, grab Tomato's Blizzard ID for me as well, because I'll add them later on. So I want to talk about some movies. I want to talk about that Captain America. I don't know if I want to see it. I don't know if I'm going to wait to see it on video. What do you think?
I don't watch movies like that. I'm not into any of the
comic book movies?
Any comic book movies at all. And I mean, as a kid, I remember watching Spider-Man and I loved it. Batman, I loved. Superman, the first one they did, not the first one, but the first recent one, I loved. I just feel like movies nowadays in general, like a lot of it, they're just like running out of ideas and they're just kind of like throwing things together, and it's kind of driving me crazy. Like, I don't know if you guys saw commercials for Keanu. It's out right now, the cat movie.
I didn't see that. Mm-mm.
It's like Chris and I can't even watch it. I mean, we're picky about what we watch, but it's like too inappropriate for our taste. But it's like about this cat that this guy comes to this guy's porch after he has a breakup, and someone from the
Is it a
ghetto
cartoon?
steals. No,
Ah,
the cat's CG. So someone from the ghetto steals the cat, and then these two black guys that are more like that live in the suburbs have to go into the ghetto and get their cat back. It's like Chris looks at me and is
okay,
like, "Wow,
maybe that's a West Coast thing that it's out over there and not over here because I don't know anything
Keanu."
about
It's
this movie.
really. I'll link you guys.
All right, link it to me. I don't know if it's necessarily that they're grasping at straws and making a bunch of comic book movies. I think that there's so much material. Excuse me.
No.
There's so much material with comic books and heroes in general that they can just make a movie. There's these movies coming out because they're using all this material that's based from different books and different heroes. Doesn't mean that it's going to be 100% storyline. We talked about a few weeks ago. Oh, I'm reading your comment. This delay is messing me up, man.
Stranley brought up like games, other games that could be potential on TV on esports. And I remember we talked about that a few weeks ago when we were talking about E-League. And so I think it was the guest brought up Civ 5.
Yes.
And like how a game like that would be interesting. But I think it would be hard to follow and really hard to match cast and really hard to kind of see what's going on. It is such a hard game, though. That game literally like makes me cry my eyeballs off. Like, I don't even know what's happening.
She said off.
I'm not smart enough for it.
Oh no. Have you been playing anything on your cell phone?
Yes! Those of you that know me, I do not have games on my phone. Those of you who also know me may know that I am addicted to Willy Wonka, the original movie. I love the soundtrack. I know the movie word for word. I absolutely love Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. And I saw an ad for this app called Wonka Slots. Now, I also love slot machines too, ironically.
Who knew?
Perfect, right? So let me see if we can get...
Holly loves slot machines.
First off, why is my camera not auto-focusing?
Put your hand in front of it. Put your hand in front of it and then there you go. It's good. It's good.
No,
don't move. Not. It was.
No, it wasn't.
Oh, it's okay.
So there's all these different slot machines, but I really want to show you guys at least one because of the way that it works. It is beautiful. Look at this. Watch. It looks like the factory, like in the movie. And then there he is by the gate. Look at all the people. It's so... I love the movie. I love everything about it. So I am addicted right now to Wonka Slots.
That's what she said.
Yeah, Wonka Slots, you guys. She really likes it.
You, Shriv?
Highly recommended. I haven't played anything on my cell phone in a long time, and I've been looking. I was a Happy Street addict for a while. I mean, that thing was... 2 years, Happy Street. I have everything on my street, right? For you guys, old school. But I've been looking for something else that would fill my time. I have an iPhone for work and then an Android for everything else. And I'm like, man, I need something to play on my phone when I'm kind of stuck in a meeting, or on my iPad when I'm supposed to be working at work and not really for a 2-hour meeting, kind of. So I'm open to suggestions. If you want to use the hashtag TOO as in 2, let me know what you're playing on your tablet or your smartphone, because I'm looking for something to fill that void when I can't be home playing games on my PC. Console-wise, I haven't been on the console for a little while because the Junior Achiever is grounded, so that means no console gaming for me. But I do have Division both on PC and console, and I was getting pretty far in Division on the Xbox. And again, Overwatch has been taking up my life. This delay is just messing me up. Damn. Sorry for the language, guys, but the delay is like ridiculous.
Gosh, how dare you! I quit!
It's just ridiculous.
Gross!
Oh man.
You could do the pukey one.
I know,
actually.
whispers are acting up this week too, you guys. It's not
You
just...
should be able to whisper me.
It's, for some reason, Twitch has been derping on the whispers too because they were hit and miss yesterday as well. So I don't know. You can do it in the Discord, guys. Go into Discord and do a DM over there. Let me throw up the link. There we go. I don't know why I just typed Twitch. I meant to type Team. I got the Twitch delay on my brain. Right. So I'm about out of topics, and I want to play something. So,
yes.
Are you streaming later tonight?
I am.
What are you streaming? What was the vote for this evening?
So I did not throw out a vote because my friend whose birthday it is.
Yeah.
Who would that friend be? Brayden. I'm going to be playing some Counter-Strike with him.
What's his Twitch name?
He's actually in a match right now, so he's not in here right now, but he was in here at the start of the show.
Yeah.
And it's like Footy, I think is his name on here.
Yeah, I think it was Footy.
But yeah, so I might do that, but he keeps joining matches, and I don't know if he's playing with people. So what I really want to stream is Overwatch for my first time.
Hey, well, if you are gonna play some Overwatch, let me know because I'll be down here for a little while. I'm gonna get back in game. I will DM you my Blizzard tag because I don't think you have it. I already have Mal. I will be playing this evening. I do not play Tracer, believe it or not, the booty girl.
Yeah.
I've been partial to a couple other characters.
Is there a sniper?
There are a couple.
Because that's what I'm going to play.
There also is, one of the maps or mechanics is you go into the game, you don't know who you get. Sorry guys, I've been up since 6:30. You don't know who you get to start, and then every time you die, if you die, you re-roll a random. So it's kind of interesting because then you can kind of
try them out.
Force yourself to try out new characters.
I actually really like that.
I feel the maps are very small in comparison to some other MOBAs, so it's taking me a while to get used to that. Like there's a lot of doors, a lot of ins and outs, a lot of places to go, and reroute yourself around the map to try to get your kills. But the maps are very small, so for me, I'm used to roaming and being like, yeah, I'm gonna do this. I'm over here. I can range, I can snipe, whatever I want to do. And then I've found myself getting having bloodlust fever, where I'm a ranged character, not a melee character, and I'm right up in people's grill trying to play, and I'm dying because I'm so drilled in. So I, in this particular game, am going to have to tank because I cannot. I'm aggressive. I'm an aggressive player, so I'm gonna have to tank. That's all there is to it. I'm gonna have to stop trying to play a healer or stop trying to play a squishy because then I'm potty mouth pissed. And Holly has not played a game with me yet, a competitive game in this nature with me yet to hear Shriv roar. For those of you who have, I apologize for my language and my behavior in advance. Or those of you who will, because I will play with chat. I'm competitive, bitch. I'm just trying to tell you. Don't be mad at me when I'm like, what the F are you doing? Get out of my way. Why are you blocking the doorway? I can't get through. I'm trying to shoot somebody in the face, and you are in my way. So, sorry. Not sorry.
It's okay. I've done my fair share of raging. You guys can all Google me and find it all over live stream.
Yeah. Oh, Wolf, we love you too. Thank you so much for tweeting out the stream and sharing the love. We, right back at you, man, every week. Mal, thank you so much for showing up. And those of you who hit that follow button, thank you once again for joining live. I don't know. Let me see if we have a guest next week. While I do that, you're not here next week? Me and this calendar.
I am not. I have a work conference. And my husband is coming home.
Oh yes, employment.
He's been out to sea for, it'll be 2.5 weeks when he comes home, and we're going on our honeymoon. We leave on
Disney.
Monday the 16th. We're going to Harry Potter World in Hollywood, and we have been waiting. It's actually our anniversary this Monday, but we've been waiting to go on our honeymoon for 3 years. So this is a big deal. We're very
This will be
excited.
great.
Yeah, there'll be lots of pictures. So like, prepare your bodies.
So
I'm gonna make a vlog too, because I've already been asked. You need to vlog it, so I've already decided vlog is happening.
so the next couple of months being well, not this month in May, but June and July, which are heavy con months. Will we be able to see you anywhere? Or are you doing any appearances coming up soon? Or are we waiting for some announcements?
So some stuff is in process. One thing that's official is I will definitely be at TwitchCon. That's not really soon or con season because it's in October. But I will be at TwitchCon. So I'm going to be with Operation Supply Drop. And my husband's going to be there too, and a bunch of his shipmates. So it's going to be really, really cool. I'm excited for that.
Guys, and if you don't know about OpDrop, we will throw up the link in the channel here shortly.
I also have, I'm working with a local high school called Coronado School for the Arts. They're doing a summer initiative, and they're doing a gaming one for their first year. More in terms of like game design, game art, great game production, game design. But I'm going to be a lead speaker for a bunch of different panels they're going to be doing. So I'm going to be involved in that pretty heavy coming up here in June. So that's going to be my main June, July focus, is like more of like a local thing for me, which is really interesting. It's something I haven't really done. And, you know, so funny because last year this time I was speaking to like industry, like business people. And now I feel like what I'm doing this summer is like our charity and our brand, like really heavy. So I'm very excited.
Yeah, I will be at E3 this year in June. Coming up, I'll be out in Cali, but I won't get to see Holly, which is kind of disappointing. But I will be at E3 this year, so there's big things to come. Lots of surprises coming out of E3 for you guys. I'm also going to be over, coming right back to the East Coast. I'm going to be at Indie PopCon. And we have some huge things coming up with Indie PopCon as well. So stay tuned for that. We'll be doing some panels and some giveaways, and gosh, I can't even tell you what else.
We have so much that we can't say that we want to say.
Pixie and I both will be out there doing panels, so you can meet us there if you're on the East Coast, and if you're not on the East Coast, you're on the West Coast, I will be seeing you at E3. So if you're going to be at E3, please shoot us a tweet, let us know, and we'll be doing some meet and greets. I will do photos and some handshaking. Guys, I'm bringing my Purell. Okay, there's lots of people. I don't need to get the con crud right off the bat. I got to go back to work the following week, right?
Good luck, bro.
We'll do some selfies, right? And some elbow bumping. You know that thing?
Yeah.
Lots of t-shirts and things to give away. So hopefully we'll see you out there. And Holly, at the very least, I mean, how far are you from LA?
Of a drive, like 4 hours.
4 hours? You're not gonna drive 4 hours to see Shriv? Have dinner? Something? Maybe.
To LA? Do you know how shitty of a drive that is from San Diego?
Obviously not.
It's literally sitting in traffic for 5 hours. I did it almost every weekend when I was modeling, and it was a fucking disaster. No, sorry for my language, but that's how terrible it is. It's only 2 hours it's only 2.5 hours from my house. But you literally sit in 3 hours of traffic, and there's no way around it. It doesn't matter what time you leave. Doesn't matter.
All right.
So,
hey, Wolf, we understand, my friend. You know what? Real life comes first. We are wishing you good luck on that job search. We hope you do get one. And you know, do what you got to do, man. We'll see you.
Yeah, Wolf, you'll get it. We believe in you.
We believe. You could always hit us up in Discord every once in a while, or on the Twitter.
I have a question for Overwatch.
Go for it.
I'm seeing a lot of streamers have their cams in all different places because I was gonna look and see where the best place to put the cam is without covering something, but it's all over the place. I see some people bottom left, I see some bottom right, I see some mid
Because of
left.
the way that the game, you know, in these types of games, just like League, you've got one screen to pick your character, and you got one screen whenever you know, when you're actually in the match. You got another screen when at the end when it shows your tallies of your kills and you know all this other stuff, your heals. So it's kind of, I leave mine in the corner because
Which corner? Bottom left?
I in the bottom right corner personally.
Okay.
And you know, the only thing it's going to cover is the characters I don't pick because I don't pick anything on that side. And I use my green screen, so for me, it's just my head.
I see so many people with, they're all over the place.
It's because of the way, once you get in there, you'll see there's so many different screens. And if you want to play tonight, let me know.
I think I'm probably, so it looks, am I correct? Bottom left is chat?
Yes, bottom left is chat.
Yeah, so that's
You
typically
could cover
where
up chat. Yeah.
That's typically where I put my camera. I usually try and cover up chat. I'm probably, I'm actually, I'm going to go live with that right after this. So I just need a 5-minute break.
While you are at these conventions, try to convince a big budget company to make classic RPG MMO with a subscription for you, like EverQuest. Oh, stand by. I'll do my best. I'll do my best.
EverQuest, wow. I haven't heard about EverQuest in a hot minute right there.
They got dropped off the face of the earth. Random, are you going to be playing some Overwatch tonight? Because I know Random was playing with me earlier. Envy was playing with me earlier.
Gosh, we should all play.
Psy Warrior has the game if she's still in here.
We should all play!
So, let's see who's in Discord right now that we can double check. Psy has went to sleep, as in AFK sleep. Looks like Envy's awake, but I definitely will play. Do you want to host on, or yeah, you're gonna go on your channel. I'll host over here.
Roger.
Roger.
Roger Dodger.
Roger Dodger. So I gave you my Blizz ID.
I added you.
Awesome sauce. Then Tomato is wanting to play at some point, so
awesome.
Tomato, if you're in the Discord, you can let us know what your Blizz ID is.
How do you play with people? Is it like Counter-Strike?
You will, I guess so, kind of, sort of. You will be able to add, once you get inside the game, you'll see your little friends button up there. You'll click it, and then you'll be able to just add it directly in. So, do you want to use the Discord voice when you're playing, or what do you want to do?
Can you talk in game?
There is in game. I never turn my in game on because I don't want to hear randoms in my game.
Oh, I do.
I will. I wonder if I could hear but mute. I guess we'll have to figure that out.
I bet you could.
Because I can't. I will cuss a mother out. I told you I don't know how to act. Shriv. I have a temper, so I have to be careful. All right, guys. So this is Ladies of the Round Table episode. What the fuck ever? Because I never know what episode it is. And EverQuest 2.
Come hang out.
We're gonna switch over to Holly's channel for live chat, and I'm gonna host over here. We're gonna play some Overwatch, and this will be Holly's first experience with Overwatch.
Oh so, gosh, don't judge me!
Please be gentle with Holly in the Overwatch. We're gonna play some bots is what's gonna happen, right?
Are we?
Probably, because for you in your first few rounds, I would suggest bots just to get in and pick a couple characters and see what you like, what you don't like.
I feel like I just want to go in and balls out and just do it.
And then you're gonna be mad when you're laying on the floor for 3/4 of the game and you haven't.
I don't know though. I play FPS is kind of my thing.
You haven't experienced any kind of a mechanic because you're still dead.
I just want to try.
I'll let you try. I'm not trying to stop you, girl. I'm just saying.
Okay.
Don't be mad.
Okay.
Mal wants to play too. All right, so everybody head over to Holly's channel. Holly, throw up your link. Let me give you a caster.
What do I do?
What do you
what was I gonna say?
What do you?
What do I? how I don't know how to. Can you control people playing with us? Because I don't even know what I'm doing. I have to set all my keys up. I don't even know what I'm doing.
Can I control people? All right, guys, go over to Holly's channel. I'll meet you over there, and then I will add you into the match. I will be the match bitch, whatever.
Match bitch.
All right, so Lord live. I'm stuttering now. The group chat, yeah, is annoying. Yeah, but that's okay. I can play without chat if. Thanks, Tiff.
Thanks, Tiff.
Oh, look at that. We got some. All right, let me take that. Whoever Lauren is with your battle tag, I'm gonna put that in my ID. All right, those of you in Discord, or if you're not, actually, if you guys want to get in Discord, I'm gonna jump in the Discord, Lord Nation Discord voice channel, and I'll hang out with you guys. Get in there if you haven't got in there, and we'll be at Holly's channel. We'll be right back.
See you guys.
I'll get Holly all set up, and we'll be right.